for all of you that are following my Chiari story. I had an appointment yesterday, which was Tuesday, and I met with my surgeon, which is Dr. Joshua Miller at UT Hospital, and I'm going to go over some of the things that he said in my next appointment, and I'm also going to go over my symptoms, which I have written down right here on this little notepad because I am so forgetful that I can't remember off the top of the head. Okay, so some of the symptoms that I've had, I know I've mentioned a couple of them here and there in some of my videos, but this is the majority of them. These are all the ones that I could think of right off the top of my head that bother me on an everyday basis. So I have the extreme headaches, which are made worse by standing for long periods of time, bending and then standing back up too fast, heat, different things like that, anything straining or anything strenuous at all. Then I have numbness in my right leg, which I had mentioned before. It goes from my lower back, so about right here, you can probably see in the video, about right here, all the way down my right leg to the tips of my toes. And then I have vision problems. So my right eye almost feels like it's been dipped in wax, I guess would be the best way to explain it. It doesn't really dilate like it should. I guess would be the best way to explain it. I can't see anything far off, and now it's getting to the point where I can't see anything close up, so I'm having vision troubles all the way around with that one eye. Neck pain, I can't put my neck back too far to the side. You know, that kind of interferes with life, everyday life. Extreme fatigue, today is a good example. So today is June the 29th, and I've slept probably about 15 hours just today, and I will go back to sleep whenever it's bedtime for the kids, so the girls. I have back pain. My back hurts all the way down all the time. We'll get into that. I finally found out why, so we'll get into that whenever I get this done. Depression and anxiety, those two go together. I am on a pill for that. That's the only pill that I'm still on, and it's taking care of it. But the depression hits, it's a hit and miss thing, and when the depression hits, I'll be so, like, not really necessarily sad, but bored and just kind of let down about everything, and then the anxiety will kick in at the same time. And if the medicine hasn't yet kicked in, it's very difficult to deal with both of those at the same time, because the anxiety makes you want to get up and go, whereas the depression makes you want to sit and sulk and just kind of be to yourself. So it's very difficult for those two to be together. Muscle spasms. So at night, the right side of my body is having the most trouble because that's where it's pushing at. The Chiari is pushing at on my spinal column. So muscle spasms, my leg will twitch uncontrollably at night. Sometimes my eye will twitch. Oh, it's terrible. I hate it. My eye will just twitch like crazy. I have muscle weakness, so I cannot lift like anything. People just think I'm joking when I say I'm super weak, but I'm really not. I'm very, very weak. Blackouts and fainting. I have hit the ground only once. However, I have fainted multiple times and either landed on a couch, bumped into a wall, been caught. It's really just anything. Those two kind of go together, blackouts and fainting. The dizziness, I get dizzy I can stand and I will just look out and just be super, super dizzy. I mean, there's absolutely nothing to help with that. If I shave my armpits for too long, if I'm looking down, checking and making sure I didn't miss a spot on my armpits, I will get super dizzy and just like hit the ground. The nosebleeds have basically come to a halt at this point, but they do come and go. So I had on for 4 days straight, and they were terrible, making me pass out. I was losing so much blood, and then they just kind of stopped, and that's how it's always been my entire life with those. And last but not least, forgetfulness. I am so super forgetful. Like, I remember my child, and I remember food and sleep. That's all I remember. Child, food, sleep. Anything else, don't count on me remembering. You have to text me and remind me multiple times. I will forget everything. Okay, so I've gone over all the symptoms. Now let's go over my appointment yesterday, which was Tuesday, June 28th. Like I said, I met with the surgeon. This is my first meeting, so it was a consultation meeting. I now have a surgery date scheduled. He said that there is no escaping the surgery. It has to be done. There's no doubt about it. So my Chiari malformation goes 10, as of right now, it's 10 millimeters. So my brain is 10 millimeters outside of my skull. And that's pushing on everything. And I kind of started to draw a picture. I'll show you guys, but mind you, I'm not an artist, so it is not the greatest ever. He also told me that my cyst, the syrinx, syrinx? How do you say it? Syrinx? Yeah, okay. So the syrinx is going down my whole thoracic spine. So the first top part of your spine is the cervical, and then you go down to the thoracic, and then you go down to the lumbar. And mine stops at the lumbar, but my entire spine, so you can kind of see my back the way I'm sitting. So from this point right here all the way down to right here is one giant CSF filled pocket, basically. And we don't want that. So by doing the decompression surgery and removing that part of the bone, it will make everything kind of flatten. Like it'll make the cyst flatten and disappear. Okay, so I'll try to draw a picture, and it is totally terrible, but I had help with it. Okay, so this is the back of the head, the shoulders, and the ears, the cute little earrings that my fiance had to draw for me because I can't draw. So here is your brain in this little pocket right here, and I will label it because you're not able to tell. Okay, so here is the brain, right here, brain, and then so here's the foramen magnum, right here, this line right here. Just put FM. Okay, so then my brain, this is a normal person's brain. My brain comes down past this right here, and it goes like pushes down. So this right here, you see, this right here is my brain. Like a normal person is this, and then mine goes down here. Okay, so now that we've got that, here is a normal person's spinal column. Normal person's spinal column, just straight down their back, and that's what you got. Mine's a little curved, but it's supposed to be straight. Then inside mine, we have this pocket right here. Oh, my pen's dying. Okay, we got this pocket. My hair stay out of the way. I have lake hair, guys. Sorry. We have this pocket right here. See this little pocket inside it? All this up in here is fluid. So you have your spine right here. That's your spine, and all this is fluid on mine. That is supposed to be empty. There's not supposed to be anything in here. So I have this going down here. The spinal cord goes up to here. My brain goes all the way down here and pushes on all this. So your brain's down here. My brain's down here pushing on all this stuff and making this big old pocket fill, because right through here, these little arrows, is fluid. That does not look like an arrow. Okay, I'm not good at drawing. I'm definitely not good at drawing upside down. So this little arrow right here is fluid that everybody has on their brain. Mine is not flowing. So this right here is not flowing. And because it's not flowing up, it's getting stuck right here in this little pocket. And that is creating swelling up here at ventricles 3 and 4. I have swelling on my brain. So I have swelling on my brain. I have a Chiari malformation. I have seromyalgia. Can't say that word, it's too big. But a syrinx right here. So that's 3. And then I have a protruding disc about right here. But the protruding disc should go back into place where it belongs. This will flatten. The swelling will go down here. And all this fluid will go back to doing what it's supposed to do after I get the surgery removed. So the surgery will not make this any better. I will forever have Chiari. I am simply conquering it. So what this means is I'm just taking away all my symptoms of it by having this surgery. I'll forever have this part of my brain. We're just trying to get rid of this right here. If you have any questions, it's a lot to take in. Like I said, I'm not an artist. So if you have any questions, comments, anything, feel free to, if you have my number, text me. If you don't, comment on the video below. Or send me a private message, anything you feel. Okay, so now we're going to go over my appointments, which I also have written down here because I will not remember them. Okay, so my next appointment will be July the 15th, and it is a pre-op anesthesia appointment. What they do there is they do all your testing to make sure that you can be put under anesthesia. They do make sure you're not allergic to anything, all those testings, make sure you're not allergic. They do blood work, they check to make sure you're not pregnant. I'm not, but they check anyways. They do urine analysis to make sure everything's good with your kidneys and you can handle being put under to sleep right now. July 25th, mark the calendars. July 25th is my actual surgery date. So my surgery starts at 8 a.m. and I will be there at 6 a.m. to get checked in. And once again, the surgery will be taking place at UT Hospital by Dr. Miller. Okay, so after the surgery on the 25th, 3 to 5 days will be spent in the hospital for it. And one of those days, at least, will be in ICU. If everything goes clearly, I will be out within 3 to 5 days after hospital stay. Okay, so 10 days after the original surgery date, I will be going back to get the wound checked, well, the incision, get the incision checked, and be getting the stitches removed. 4 weeks after the initial surgery date will be my post-op checkup with my surgeon. I will go back to Dr. Miller's office at UT, and he will make sure that everything's healing correctly, that the patch is not leaking, and that I don't have any CSF fluid coming out. 6 to 8 weeks after the original surgery date, I will be released back for work. So I will have no restrictions, no limitations. I will be going full swing. I will be back to work. I will be able to go tubing. I will be able to ride roller coasters and four-wheelers and skydiving. I don't skydive, but if I did, I could do that. Okay, so 6 months, I will have a checkup with my neurologist, and that is post-op also. So 6 weeks after the original surgery date, I will have a checkup with my neurologist, and she will just ask me how everything's going, and we'll just review everything that's gone over. I will get another CT, an MRI I'll get a CT of my brain, and then I'll get an MRI of my brain and my spine to make sure that the syrinx has shrunk or deflated, dissipated, disappeared. That means the same thing, right? Then I'll have a 1-year checkup. After that, I will go once a year, every year, until a set amount of time when they've decided that everything is okay. Okay, I know this is a lot to take in. I will do a video on July 15th, which is my next appointment. I will do a video after that to tell everybody how the pre-op appointment goes with the anesthesiologist and meeting them and everything like that. We'll talk about how that goes, and we'll go over all that, and I will remind you of the following appointments after that. Once again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything, comment down below. Leave me a comment on this video so that I know. And then you can also text me or call me if you have my personal cell phone number. Private message me, direct message me on Instagram, anything really, I will get it. Also, all the video blogs that I have done from the very, very beginning of my announcement with Chiari and my Chiari journey, they are all on my personal Facebook. Also, they are all on YouTube. So if you can't get them on the Born This Way's page, which if you're not a part of that, you need to go like that now. Go like it so you can keep up with everything. If you're not on that page, you can view them on my personal page or, like I said, on YouTube. So if you're not a member of YouTube, go check it out because you will see all my videos there with everybody else who did a Chiari journey. So thank you guys for all your time. And I know this is a little bit of a long video, but there's a lot of information in it. I think that's about it. So you guys have a great evening, and I will see you on the next video.